Well, this is an AD-ST Walker, a model from Planeta Agostini from a Star Wars ship collection. It's a model that comes pretty well detailed and, well, it's actually really nice, but maybe the finish in terms of decoration is a bit lacking. This gives us the chance to have some fun with it, make it look much better, and of course, personalize it. What am I doing? Well, I'm adding all these kinds of chipped metal details and, well, scratches too. And what are we going to use to do it? Well, black markers, a silver marker, graphite pencils, and also a silver pencil with a wax base, not oil-based. And we're going to see the process of how we achieve this kind of pretty realistic detail, which really improves the original model using such simple materials like these here. Alright, the first thing is the black marker. Let's set the model aside for now, and we're going to use a technique that basically involves marking with a fine black marker the spots where the paint is going to chip off. The paint. This could be enough to create an effect, but we're going to make it a lot better. And over here we're also going to create this kind of black mark. Like this, okay. And now we're going to grab the silver marker. This one is a sharpest silver metallic. It's permanent, of course. And what I'm going to do is apply the silver over the black areas, getting almost to the edge and leaving just a thin black line. On the chipped area. So yeah, it's just a matter of applying the silver marker until it looks the way we want it to, like this. Well, pretty good. Let's keep working over here and, well, let's speed things up a bit. To see how it turns out in the end, let's do this part too. And also on the edges, we can run the marker along the edge like this. And we'll also get the effect of, well, without needing to use black, and we'll see why in a moment. It's another technique for making chips directly without using black. And here, just go over it here. The trick here is not to overdo it, but to be careful and not go overboard with. The metal spots. There, that's good. Now, on these new ones here that don't have the black edge, what I'm going to do is use a graphite pencil, and with the graphite pencil, I'm going to go over the edge. And we'll get a similar effect, maybe even better, because graphite can be blended and gives a better look. Here we can also go over them. And even cover the black with the graphite. And since it has a fine tip, well, we can also use it on its side like this, to create that metallic effect as well. And of course, we can also create scratches. For the scratches, it's a good idea to use one. In this case, we're going to use a ruler. I'm going to use a ruler that's a bit flexible. I'll put it here. And well, I'm going to do it like this, without pressing too hard. and we get this scratch effect. Of course, this needs to be worked on a bit more in detail to create, well, something else too. Let's say, other things. Other chips, maybe. A little better like this, we can blend it a bit. Since it's graphite, it smudges and lets us blend, and then we come back here to change it up again. Alright, perfect. We can also do, well, with the pencil we're going to use. Yes, we could use the marker to keep on creating. Chips that can create or suggest to us. The idea of even just a dent in the paint. And now with the silver, well, over the graphite. Marker. Oops, wow. Well, it's actually turning out pretty well, considering what it was. I think it can be improved a little bit because after the wash it turned out a bit dark, so I'm going to try to lighten the lighter panels a bit with white, and with a little gray we'll mix it and see how it goes.
Your paint job? Stellar. Literally, I saw it from orbit. Now that's a warp core-worthy finish. You've outdone yourself, Earthling. Oh my stars, you've invented a new form of chaos. Bravo!